Hey guys, this is Henry, Goal Coach, where I help you set and accomplish your life travel goals. Alright, today we're going to be talking about the cheapest way to get a flight. Now, these are the cheapest way that I've found to be able to get a flight online in advance and also make it the most convenient for your particular trip. The three things that you really have to keep in mind is going to be the date that you're coming and going. You also have the airport, where you're leaving from and where you're arriving to. And then you also have the third, which is going to be the airline in order to get to where you're going. Sometimes it's a mix, sometimes it's just one. I'm going to do a few video links so that way you can see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it online. It doesn't take that long as you know roughly where you want to go and when. And if you have exact dates, it makes it even easier, even though it might not give you the cheapest possible flight ever. It'll give you the cheapest flight for the time frame that you are working with.
Okay, so as I said, the first thing you got to check out is going to be your dates. I'm here at Google Flights. I found this to be the best website that you can do to start off your search. So pick your day. For example, I'm going to do a repeat of the actual trip that I'm going to be taking to Southeast Asia in September. So I'm planning on leaving on the 4th, so that's when I'm going to put it on. It's a Tuesday. And then I'm going to get my return date. I'm actually coming back all the way in January. That's going to be on the 15th, another Tuesday. Tuesdays are definitely going to be best prices available. So let's do a quick search. We're going to go here. For example, I live in Southwest Florida. So the closest airport for me, the big international, is going to be Tampa. So I'm going to put that in. And then instead of putting an actual airline in, I'm just going to put in Thailand. So if I hit Thailand like so, I can then do a search. And that's going to give me Thailand airports, and it's going to give me the cheapest one here available in Thailand. Looks like the cheapest available right now in Thailand is going to be Bangkok. Now if I just grab the map here and pull it over a little bit, it's going to broaden that search to all of the surrounding countries. And I'm going to be able to see if any of, for example, in Vietnam or Malaysia or Cambodia or Laos are going to be cheaper options. It looks like Bangkok is still going to be the cheapest. Now I could even go over to the Philippines and check that out, depending on where you want to go and how far it is from where you're going, depending on the ramifications of your trip. Now, the other thing I can do is then I can take that, okay, $290, and then I can just go here and change this and go, okay, let's try Fort Lauderdale, and another airport that's close to me, and that's going to help me to be able to select, okay, so now I know that it's $916 to Bangkok, and that's the cheapest. And then I can even check that out and go with Miami if I wanted to. Boom, like so. Once again, looks like Bangkok's going to be the cheapest, $830, even cheaper. Move it over a little bit, see if any of these countries are going to be cheaper. Looks like Hong Kong is pretty expensive. It looks like my cheapest is still going to be right here, Bangkok. Now, I can scroll down through here and see if there's any other cheap options through here. I can also zoom in and check out different airports that I could fly into. And by clicking on them and finding out the actual price here, it will load eventually. Or you'll just see it like so. That's how I go about finding the particular airport that I want to fly in and out of and which one's going to be the cheapest. Then you can also take that same date and you can go and switch that up. You can put it on Wednesday. You can put this on a Wednesday. You can, move things around a little by little, deciding on and testing out which is going to be the cheapest flight for which day. You can also, for example, we found that flying out of Miami to Thailand, Bangkok was the cheapest on the day that we had put, which was going to be September 4th. So from there, coming back on January 15th. So I can go over here, and that's going to be the flights with Google. So if I were to go here and select that particular flight, I can go view flights, and I can actually go through the process of buying the flight right here with Google. I can also go over to CheapoAir. This tends to be the place where I buy most, if not all, of my flights for travel. You can do it one way, you can do multiple trips. I can put in here, and one thing that's really cool is actually if I hit Fort Lauderdale, I can go all airports, alright? Now that's going to actually include Miami, West Palm Beach, and all the surrounding airports that are in that area. Particularly Fort Lauderdale and Miami are the two key ones. Then I can also hit here, I want to go to Bangkok. I have my days in. I have September 4th, January 15th, and search. Now, CheapoAir will not only give me a variety of days in which it will give me a flux period, so if my wanting to change the day to a cheaper flight, it will give me that option. It'll also choose the cheapest airline that I can fly on. $835 round trip, going there, coming back, leaving from Miami, going to Chicago, from Chicago to Tokyo, from Tokyo all the way to Bangkok. And then I can also check out the layover times here and my overall duration of the whole trip. When I'm doing large flights, international, I tend to find that this tends to be the cheapest option. When you're flying locally, if you're going within the US, or if you're going throughout Europe, or if you're going just through an Asian country, what I've found is sometimes a local airline can even be cheaper than the options on here, but that all depends. In that case, for example, in the US, I use Frontier. I can go in and I can type in the place and location, dates that I want to travel, the same that I would find on here, and just compare those and see if, okay, they're saying that this flight is going to be this much. I know Frontier in the US is really cheap, so I go there and check their prices for the same flight and see which one's cheaper. This will give you the ability to find not only the flexibility on the dates that will allow you to be able to decide on what day is cheaper. It's going to allow you to pick the airport that's closest to you or most convenient for you, going to wherever is most convenient for you. And then also the airline, choosing which option is going to be the cheapest, whether you pick the actual airline to buy the tickets through, or if you use a site like CheapoAir.
A few things that you definitely want to keep in mind is going to be your connection times. I love a 2-hour connection time. It gives you enough time for some flex, but it's not an over long time where you're going to just be sitting in the airport for hours on end. Sometimes that's unavoidable, but always check it out. Sometimes if it's really, really long, you can actually discover a new place. Other times you don't have the time and you need it to be quick, so you're going to pay a little more to get a quicker connection. Never bringing on baggage if not necessary. Never checking I'm going to bring a bag, that kind of stuff. Just going through next. Not getting insurance, once again, not almost ever necessary, but once again, use your judgment. Picking your seats. Guys, great way you can save some money. Some flights do let you pick your seats for free with some airlines. Other places do not. They charge you an arm and a leg to pick your flights and then your seats, and sometimes you don't even get those seats. I recommend just not doing it, and then when you do the 24-hour seating check-in, they were going to assign you seating and just take what they get. That's going to give you a cheaper flight in general. This doesn't necessarily make your flight cheaper, but it does make it more convenient. Guys, we're in the 21st century. Get your boarding pass on your phone. Log in 20 hours, 12 hours beforehand, before you even get to the airport, before you even leave for the airport, so that way you can just boom, cruise right on through and get on board. Another thing that will help make not necessarily your flight cheaper, but could help make your overall trip cheaper is if you're looking for a hotel or a car rental wherever you're going or for whatever you're doing in particular. If those are things that you're going to want in your trip, then I would highly suggest booking your flight and then booking those things through the same app. Most of those services will give you a discount for booking everything all together versus doing everything separately. Alright guys, hopefully that these few tricks and tips were useful to you. I really hope that this will give you the ability to get the cheapest flight possible for your next life travel goals. Also, if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, or if you possibly have a better website or a different idea or a better way of doing things, please let me know. I'd love to learn. I love to have new ways of doing things. There's definitely no one way of doing it. This is what I found has worked best for me, and if there's a better way out there, I want to know it, and I want to do it for myself. So let me know in the comment section. Also, if you have any thoughts or questions about it, just put them down there and we'll grow together. This whole channel is for helping people do travel better. So enjoying life and traveling new places. Guys, if you like my content, I would really appreciate a like and a share. If you know somebody that this might be helpful for, send it their way. Also, please check my website out. It's lifetravelgoals.com. I'd love to connect with you. I do one-on-one goal coaching sessions that'll help you take your traveling to the next level. Whether you're a brand new beginner and never left the country or your state or wherever you're from, or you're a seasoned traveler and you just need somebody to help you plan out that next trip, keep you accountable, and get you going to where you want to be. I can help you with that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day.